Seinfeld is on his way out. Bright young comic. This is terrific. It's really great. It's terrific. If you want to know how to be a comic or what you have to go through, it's a fascinating look. It's really terrific, and it's got a lot of new stuff on this as well, if you saw it already. Please welcome the one, the only, Jerry Seinfeld, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. That is exactly how I feel. When I wake up in the morning and I realize I'm me, I go berserk. Anyway, so nice to be here on The Tonight Show with my old pal, Jay Leno. And I appear here tonight before you as a father and a husband. And I know it didn't look like it was going that way. But it did, and I couldn't be happier. It's a fantastic thing, and I'm loving every second of it. We have a 2-year-old girl, which, if you don't know what a 2-year-old like, let me give you some idea. A 2-year-old is kind of like having a blender, but you don't have the top for it. It works, but it's a little messy. And I love everything about being a father, everything. I never thought, but I never projected it, you know? It's one of those things, I think guys, we love it when we're there, but we don't imagine. When I was single, and I would see couples with kids, and they'd be pushing the stroller, I would look at them like, why would you do that? Why would you just ruin your life like that? Why would you want someone in your life that stands in the middle of a supermarket aisle, screaming, crying, pointing at a box of Pop-Tarts? Why would you want someone in your house that craps in their pants while they're looking you right in the eye? And they're not like, oh, you know, I'm sorry I couldn't find the bathroom or I had a little accident. They're like, oh, I'm just letting this go right here. And they lie about, now how does a 2-year-old know how to lie? Poop? I'm not aware of any poop. I don't... Smell? No, that's circumstantial evidence. You can't pin that on me. Why? Because I had one hand on the coffee table, I was grunting, and my eyes were watering for 30 seconds? No, I was daydreaming that I'm going to be moving some furniture. That's all that was. I think I might want to do a whole different thing with my crib. And being married is also something, never imagined it, love it, wonderful thing. I love my wife. She's the most wonderful girl in the world. But there are certain things. What is the problems with the male and the female living together in the house? The big problem that I see, and I think a lot of men in the audience will understand this, if you live with a woman, the problem is a tone of voice problem. When I was single, I was not aware that I have many different tones. I have since learned that not only are there many different tones, I am often speaking in the incorrect tone. My what? Your tone. My tone? Yes, your tone. What tone? That tone. Is it too high, too low, too sharp, too flat? I don't like your tone. You better change your tone. Now, the male tone does change over the course of the relationship. In the beginning, when the male initially pursues the female, we tend to have our voice higher, don't we, in the beginning? You know, we tend to talk like this because it sounds a little more vulnerable, a little sweeter. And, you know, Chinese food or Italian sounds great. Or we could take a drive or go for a walk. But then the relationship gets a little more comfortable. The male voice starts to come down here. This tone here. You hear this one? This is the one they don't like. They like the higher tone because it makes them think that he will fit in well with the other little stuffed animals on my bed. My actual speaking voice that I am using right now to communicate with you is not welcome in my house. If I was to walk in my house and go, all right, I gotta get something to eat. Any guy I know would say, fine, what do you feel like? Any woman will say, why are you yelling at me? The woman's tone also changes in the relationship. Once the couple is fully enclosed into the bowels of the relationship. Bowels might not be the perfect word. But when I mean you're into it, the arguments will happen, and in the argument, the woman's tone, all women, and when I say all women, I mean all women, will find it necessary to imitate the speech of the man. And they will always make it like, you always said that you don't want to do the things that I want to do. Who the hell is this guy? I have never spoken like this. I have never seen anyone speak like this. That's because you don't hear how you sound. Yes, I do. How the hell has every woman in the world met the same imaginary man? Thank you very much.
All right, come on. Very funny.
Thank you, Jay.
Very funny.
Trying to do comedy.
We were just doing our old, when we used to do the show in the old days, you look over at Johnny and Johnny would go, all right, that was good enough. Come on over. Great job. Jerry Seinfeld. More with Jerry right after this. We're talking with bright young comedian. He's a bright young comic, Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, those are the days.
Those
the
are the
bright
days.
young comedy
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So what are we now? Bright comedian.
Comedian.
Yeah, just comedian. Yeah.
Well, isn't tonight an anniversary?
Tonight is the 5th year to the day of the last episode of Seinfeld.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
to the day.
Half a
Thank you.
decade.
And I heard in your mom, it was very interesting, you were talking about Ray Romano setting a world record, the highest paid actor. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Because I remember you were making almost $750 a week. $750 a week.
Well,
for you.
you know, that was interesting. Very interesting.
But you know that's what Freddie Prinze was making? You know, when Freddie Prinze and I came out here together, he did Chico and the Man.
Right.
$750 a week. That was his salary.
No, no.
Yes, it was.
$750 a week to do a TV show?
That's what it was. This was 1974. And then when it got to be a hit, then it went up, but the most it ever went to was $25,000 a week, which is, of course, a tremendous amount of money, but it's not $2 million. But that's what it was, $750. You know,
and now Ray Romano has smashed that record.
Smashed that record, man.
I guess.
Now, how's Mom? How's your mom
My
doing?
mom is great. Love my mom. My mom is, she's in her 80s. I hope she doesn't mind me saying
I know you
this.
won't.
She's in her 80s. My mom has survived every human situation. She has just stormed out of these hospitals. She goes in, she walks out. She is doing, but she's still driving. This is the argument that we have.
Yeah.
She's still driving. So I had the car fitted with a cataract windshield.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The glass is about a foot thick, and so from the outside of the car, every head is huge inside the car. It looks like a car full of sports mascots coming down the street.
Well, I remember a couple of years ago, your mom was, we're going to drive cross country.
Yeah.
So she's like with 4 other girls. It looks, you know, it's like Thelma and Louise had never gone off the cliff.
Yes.
They just kept driving, you know. And they come into, your mother literally came into town like this.
Yeah.
Remember? She
Yeah,
just
they got
drove-
stopped for speeding in Texas doing like 90. The only fear I think my mother has left in life is that the air from a vent would hit her directly. I don't know what it is when you get old. They live in fear.
Yeah.
When my mother says the air is on me, it's like a normal person saying a bear is on me. They're really scared of that.
Now, you're a biker now?
I'm not a biker,
You're
Jay.
a biker.
I am a cyclist.
Oh, cyclist. I'm sorry.
And I would prefer if you would ask all these questions, you would preface it with, as a cyclist.
As a cyclist?
Yes, because I am a cyclist.
Well, show the picture. Look at this picture. Look at that. No, what's that? 8 hours of dressing up to go ride around.
But I look pretty good.
Yeah, but you only went 100 yards. You go in your yard, you go around, you're going around your yard.
I'm fit, Jay.
How far do you go on the bike?
I'm not a cylinder like you.
How far do you go? How far do you go on that bike?
I go.
Don't lie, quick.
I will not lie.
Aha, look, you're thinking of a number.
35 miles.
All told.
No. In one day, I'll go 35 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, your voice went
As a
up.
cyclist.
Yeah, as a cyclist.
As a cyclist.
Now, as a cyclist, why do you need the nerdy little bikini pants, whatever those are?
I know you didn't really want to say nerdy there.
Right.
But it's because
Yes?
of the wind resistance of the legs.
I see.
You don't want your shorts flapping
Right.
in the wind. It's functional.
Okay, now, as a cyclist,
Yes.
do you shave your legs for speed?
No.
Does that help?
No, but I might get to that.
Yeah,
I might.
just to get that extra
The
edge.
extra edge
Extra edge. All right.
as a cyclist.
All right, as a cyclist. Now, as a cyclist, you're dealing with some sort of personal crisis, I understand.
I have had a personal crisis recently.
All right. Tell us about it.
They stopped making my underwear.
What do you mean?
Well, I was wearing the same underwear for 21 years, and they just stopped making it.
Isn't it getting a little gamey by now? The same. Oh, you mean the brand?
It's the brand,
The brand.
Jay.
And what brand was that?
It was a New York department store
Yeah.
brand, and so now, you know, for a man, that's really like the longest intimate relationship I've ever had.
Yeah.
Is to that underwear.
Yeah.
It's really the only natural monogamy that men know.
Yeah.
Is to our underwear.
Are they briefs or boxers? What do you?
It was a slim cut boxer.
A slim
but it's
cut?
gone now. I don't have them anymore. I don't wear them anymore, and so now I'm out there at my age. I'm
What do you mean you're out
49.
there? You mean
I'm
you're-
out there looking for underwear.
Oh.
And I'm seeing a few different brands now. No one's
Right.
special.
Nothing special.
And it's a tough situation to suddenly just be, cruising, looking for
You're cruising,
underwear.
yeah.
And a lot of women ask, well, what do men want from their underwear? What is important to us from? And I'll tell you what we want. We want the same thing from our underwear that we want from the women in our lives. We want a little bit of support, and we want a little bit of freedom.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's all it is.
Makes sense. Yeah. Now, do you buy the 3-pack or do you buy individual? Because they usually come into 3. If you go to Costco, you can get like 40 in a pack. Those are good.
Really?
Yeah. And you can wear it back to front. Doesn't make any difference.
Really?
Well, why don't I talk about this? This is a terrific. I don't know how many folks saw this when it came out, but I know there's a lot of new stuff in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff.
But it's
I was talking with Dennis Miller, our friend, the other day, and he was saying he thought that this is the first thing that really captures the experience.
Well, I agree with that, because if you're a comic and you're interested in it, because a lot of people think, oh, it's just you standing on stage telling jokes for an hour, which would be fine, but that's not what it is. This is the whole process of how do you go about coming up with a joke and trying the joke. And the best part is really watching you die when the jokes don't work.
Well, for you, of course.
Oh, I
it's
love
the
this
best
part. My favorite part is when people go, isn't that what happened? He used to be funny. But it's you, literally. You blew your act out. You did your act at Carnegie Hall, and you never did it again. And then you started the next day with a piece of paper going to the clubs just when people expected you to come in and they go, what's he
and
doing?
it took me a year of just working to get an act back together so I could go back to work.
Oh, yeah. And there's so much pain in this as a comic. I go,
But there's a lot of funny stuff,
oh,
too.
no, it's funny, too. Let's show a clip. This is where? At the Comedy Magic Club?
This is where I was last night, actually.
All right, Comedy Magic Club. Let's take a little look. Here we go.
You don't want to go after me. You want to go before, right? How much time are you doing a full set?
All funny stuff. There's no reason why this should not work.
I would like an answer on whether you're doing.
Am I doing new material? Yeah, it's all new material. So why can't I do what I do and you do what you do? It's just about being together, isn't it? I just want to be with you.
I can only do, I swear to God, like 10 minutes.
I'm hearing all this for the first time, too. I swear to God.
This is the greatest night in comedy of the last 10 years. You know, since that Sinbad show in the Caribbean.
Like the end there is like The Godfather. They hug and then you kill all the other comics. It's fabulous. Now, I know you have to go.
Well, you know, it's... Where am I going?
No, you
people always,
you said you have to go?
No, my manager told me that it looks better when you say you have to go. You know, it makes it seem like you're busy and you have a lot going on.
But you have nothing
But
going
it's
on.
5:10.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I going?
Exactly. Well, stay right here. Stay with us. Dog diving, man versus beast, right after this. There's